Welcome to OmniBros, barely alive. Lou and I, it's been a rough. We're ready to go to sleep.
Yes. I'm ready to go lay down on my massive couch next to my very expensive piano and go to sleep.
Look at what you've highlighted in your life now. Now you're living the luxe life. You got a piano, fancy couch. I love the fireplace too. That fireplace kind of bifurcates the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just missing a rug to really pull the room together. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, it looks like is that your front door right there? Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. It leads to the helicopter pad. You know, us here at OmniBros, we're doing very well.
Yeah.
Financially right now. So.
And you know why, of course. It's from InStockTrades.com, which enables this fancy lifestyle that we have, where you can get your collected editions from 20, 30%, 50% off, something outrageous like that online at InStockTrades.com. Don't forget 2% loyalty discount for those of you who remember to order week by week.
Mm-hmm.
We just gave away Monday, and I forgot to send it in today. I'll do that right after the show. Apologies. We had a gift card winner on Monday, and I flaked and forgot to send in the name. So when I said 3 to 5 business days, I meant 7 to 9 business days because I'm dumb and I forgot.
Oh, don't say that. Don't be like that.
Okay, well, thank you. I don't know if the winner is quite that appreciative, but okay. So yeah, we feature a gift card giveaway, $50 of a gift card given away by us from InStockTrades.com, free to those of you out there who entered the giveaway. We had a lot of people on Monday actually that entered that giveaway. Let's see. Free shipping in the United States if you order $50 or more. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. Doink.
Hit him with the mouth harp. Nope.
I'm in a different room. The mouth harp didn't make the. Yeah, go play the piano for him. Play the play the IST song on the piano.
Hey, look, you don't just tell Pavarotti to sing and expect him to just belt out the tunes, okay? You know,
I've insulted you. Sorry.
Please don't do that because I think I'm a little bit worth more than that right now. You know.
Okay. Javier's here. Welcome, YP.
Hey, everybody.
James, it's time to duel burgers versus ice cream. We had the William Lee says ice cream all day long.
Is this what we're doing? Okay. All right. I'm here for this.
We sort of follow the chat on the Wednesday show. I don't have I do have something funny I can show you that James made me. But excuse me, let me acknowledge people in the chat. Are you familiar with Muden?
I have no clue.
A pygmy hippo in the Thailand zoo that is wildly popular. Let me see. Oh, there's the insufferable Omnibus collector. Are you familiar with Muden?
Yeah, that's the baby hippo.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah.
Okay, I have seen this.
Right away.
Yeah, I have seen this.
Yeah, the best thing I've seen of Mudang so far is there was a video I saw earlier today where the hippo's asleep and it had one of those very like anime snot bubbles in its nose, like.
Wait, I think maybe somebody might have mentioned that. Did I see that? Wait. I thought I saw. Oh, that was Snot Girl.
Oh yeah, new Snot Girl announced as of today. It's coming back.
Oh, okay. I thought that there was a connection between Mudeng and I saw the word snot, so I didn't put it together.
I mean, Briley O'Malley's got to do something, man. You can only live off of Scott Pilgrim for so long.
He did just re-release Scott Pilgrim in 2 more new editions. He did the black and white and colored box sets, hardcover box sets.
God bless him. This is like Guns N' Roses releasing Chinese Democracy. No, Guns N' Roses they're releasing Appetite for Destruction over and over again.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Kenny's here. I think we saw him for the first time again on Monday. So welcome back again, Mr. Awesome here. James thinks he knows me. Can we all agree we know what Jess is going to buy for Batman Day, right? Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy Barbie dolls. Okay, before you accuse me of doing that, are there such things, James? And if so, why isn't the link for me to order them in the chat already? Yeah, right. True Graphic here. Great White North, welcome. The next Hero Saga is coming in December. The last issue came out in spring 2020. When the 4th collection is out, where would we be able to buy it? Oh, I see. I already went there with In Stock Trades is the one that affords Lou his fabulous life via the sponsorship with the piano that he's too good to play for us.
Hey, you just don't tell Tony Hawk to jump on a skateboard and go do a bunch of tricks, okay? So you got to pay up.
Yeah, Lou, is there an in-house bowling alley back there too?
Yeah, it's somewhere back there. Yeah, it's somewhere in the back there. You know, Billy Joel just doesn't hop on the piano and sing Piano Man for you, okay? It just doesn't happen like that. Is he on tour anymore? I think he's finished, right? He's done?
He's
touring?
done.
Billy Joel? Didn't he just finish? I thought he retired. I thought he announced a final tour or something.
Did you push him over the brink? You asked him to play Piano Man one too many times?
That's got to be annoying, right? Because, you know, he
said that 40 years ago that he was through with Piano Man.
You're this amazingly celebrated musician. People usually love your work, and then all of a sudden, it's got to be the equivalent of play Freebird, right? Play Piano Man. We don't care about anything else.
I think that's what he said. Like, excuse me. I think he was already over it in 1984, and the song was, 10 years old at that point. So he was already over it. It's 50 years of that. So his life must be hell.
Oh, I'm sure he's fine in his $1 million mansion.
His garage is probably $1 million.
Right, because Phil Collins just retired. He's not touring anymore. But I think he's got issues, right? He's got health issues as well.
Oh, does he? Does he need his daughter to support him now? Because she's the star of the family now.
Is she?
Lily?
Yeah.
Emily in Paris?
I don't know who that is.
I only know who it is because I like the. I talked about it with Jessica on Saturday.
Oh.
His daughter Lily Collins did this movie Mirror Mirror with Julia Roberts. It's kind of a switched up. It's a funny version of Snow White, and I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
But Jessica didn't enjoy it, and I said, "Oh, it's actually pretty good. You should try it. It does have a canceled actor in it, and he's like a canceled human being. It's that really good-looking guy who played the Wonder Twins in Social Network. I can't think of his name.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Okay.
Armie Hammer. That's it.
Armie Hammer. Isn't he the dude that eats people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Right. He plays Prince Charming in the in Mirror Mirror. So if you can get past that, I found Lily Collins to be delightful. But I haven't seen Emily in Paris.
Okay, so Genesis had their last tour in 2022. So Phil Collins and Genesis hold last concert. This was March 20th, 2022. So
I didn't know that he threw them a bone.
Yeah, Bid's emotional. This was 22 years ago. He's got, I think, a degenerative disease, I want to say, but I'm not 100% sure what his deal is.
How old is he?
He's in his 70s.
That doesn't seem that old to me anymore.
No. That he has he's type 2 diabetic who underwent hyperbaric chamber treatment. He has acute pancreatitis. Ah, poor guy.
Acute pancreatitis?
Yeah.
You mean he lives with it? Because that's what hospitalized me in 2019.
Collins also has acute pancreatitis, a condition in which the pancreas becomes inflamed and swollen in a short period of time. Huh.
Hey, that's one of the most painful things I've ever had.
Yeah.
I thought you could get rid of it by going to the hospital. He has to live with that? That is extremely unpleasant. I couldn't have lived with it.
It sucks, man. Somebody so talented as him. And I told you, I just watched Risky Business the other night for the first time. And I put it on. Thank God my 13-year-old wasn't home. My 13-year-old was home. I'm thinking we watched Child's Play, which is a whole other thing. And my 13-year-old had just gone to bed. And my 1.5-year-old went to bed as well. And I put on Risky Business because my wife and I were still up. And I was thinking, okay, let me see how this is. It seems like it's a funny, teenage coming of age movie. No, it kind of is, but it was really racy. I was like, oh wow, okay. It was really good. It has an awesome moment where they use Phil Collins in the air tonight. That is, I think, second only to Miami Vice when Miami Vice used it in the opening of the pilot, which is amazing. If you guys have never seen the pilot for Miami Vice, watch it because it's directed by Michael Mann, and he uses In the Air Tonight at the very beginning, and it is so fucking great.
The original Miami Vice?
The original Miami Vice.
In the 80s?
Yes.
Oh. What scene was that set to? I only remember him skidding across the floor in his socks and underwear, getting ready to mix Crown Royal with Coke.
So In the Air Tonight, I'm trying to remember where it was. It's not the train sequence. The
train sequence has Tangerine Dream music. It's amazing.
Oh my God, Tangerine Dream. Holy shit. I've listened to a few of their things before, but that soundtrack is incredible.
Yeah.
Holy shit. From beginning to end, dude.
It's amazing. Yeah, it really is.
Oh my God.
That scene was just famous for years.
Yeah, it honestly, it's one of my favorite sounds. I was listening to it at work the other day. I just could not stop listening to it. It's so good.
Yeah. I love that movie. Was it too racy for your 13-year-old? I haven't seen it in a while.
Yes. Oh yeah. Way too much. Yeah, it was way too much for my 13-year-old. It's a really, really interesting movie, and it has a lot of commentary on capitalism and the nature of the people that have money versus the people that don't have money, and how people are able to just buy their way out of every single problem that they have, which is basically what Tom Cruise does throughout that whole movie. Is he comes up with a problem, or he runs into a problem, and he just buys his way out of it. But man, it's so good.
So let's see. I feel like that movie was that was like, I think it was like his second. That was before Top Gun.
No, he did this
before Top Gun.
Oh, you're right. No. Yes, you're right. It is before Top Gun. It is.
Because I feel like that might have been his second movie after All the Right Moves or whatever. And no, because he was in. He had a bit part in that movie where they shot. It was a military school. He just had a bit part in that. So I think Risky Business was like maybe his second big movie.
Yeah,
I love that movie.
I love Guido the Pimp. I was like, holy shit, it's Joey Pants. I didn't know Joe Pantaleone is in this movie.
Yeah. I thought the opener would be going longer before I finished typing the IST segue. Yeah, that's right. There it is. Barbie Signature Poison Ivy from Amazon and Harley Quinn. Okay. I am going to, let's see. I can't actually click on those. Mr. Awesome saying Uptown Girl over Piano Man. That's because of Christy Brinkley, right? Emily in Paris was renewed for season 5. Okay. Countered with Moving Out over Uptown Girl.
What can I say? I have taste.
Phil Collins did a final week of shows at a London arena a few years back. If he's actually dealing with constant pancreatitis, there's no way he's performing.
I think that his last few shows, he did them sitting down too. I don't think he was standing up almost at all.
Wow.
Yeah, if I remember right.
That's pretty amazing.
I mean, but it's Phil Collins. He's an icon. If you think about everything, he was around in the 70s.
Yeah, he was the drummer when Peter Gabriel was the singer for Genesis.
Yeah, he pulled a Dave Grohl.
Yeah, that's right. What up, Reap? Good to see you.
When you say he pulled a Dave Grohl, do you mean
I don't know.
Baby with some rando?
Oh my God. I know. You know how much that broke my heart because I was like, Dave, come on, man.
He's like, I'm gonna do by the I feel like he was trying to save it, like save face, but being like, I'll make sure I'm gonna do right by the kid. And it's like, what about your existing family, bro?
Oh my God.
That's right. I just read it. Now I know what you're talking about. I just read about this.
Yeah, because I really love Dave Grohl as a person, man. I've always been like, damn, Dave seems like a cool dude. He barbecues, he does things for the community. You know, I love Foo Fighters. Fuck, that really hit hard. I was like, fuck, man. Oh,
there goes my hero.
It really is. It really did.
It's really worked that in.
Hey, but if Arnold Schwarzenegger could bounce back from that, anybody can. You remember when that was a thing?
He didn't bounce back with his wife.
Well, that's true too. Yeah.
Maria took off after that, and I don't think I blame her.
Yeah, that is true too. Is he married again after that? I think he did, right? After that situation.
Actually, I don't know. Arnold?
Huh. Yeah, he had an affair with what was it, a cleaning lady?
Yeah, the housekeeper.
Jesus, Arnold.
Yeah. Kane made it. Just finished the gym and she's relaxing. Nice.
Hey, good for you.
Now wait a second here. You got Jane's Addiction is touring, but it says they canceled their whole tour. I didn't hear about this.
They were touring until the lead singer had a fight with Dave Navarro out on stage. It got yeah, but it's actually kind of a sad story because the lead singer, what was it? He had an injury or something like that, and they got him some pills, and those pills caused him to relapse. And
he got pain meds, and he relapsed because of his pain meds.
He relapsed because of his pain meds, and they had a blow up on stage. It was pretty rough. I felt real bad for them.
So they thought they were helping him out, but they were not helping him out.
Yeah, I think so.
Huh.
Riley, what's your next Lego purchase? Because I know you've got the laundry list is getting bigger and bigger.
He's got a whole room.
There was a period of time a few years ago where I lived vicariously through Riley, where he was just buying Lego sets. And I was like, oh, you bastard. I really want that.
Yeah. They build Lego. There's a room that's a decent sized room in Chateau More that where they display these things.
I love the concept of Chateau More, that if I ever pull up, there's a moat and it's a drawbridge.
And he's built here it is. Let me highlight.
Hold on. Let me.
Oh, okay. Not yet.
Ooh.
So here's the Great Deku Tree.
Oh, I wanted that. That's really cool.
It is very cool. So, but I can talk a lot about why, honestly, this is the first set that I've bought where I legitimately felt like some sense of disappointment when I finished it, and that it was not like that. It is overcharged, like it's overpriced. So I'll give y'all a brief little tour of it. There's a tree. There's Adult Link. It has a feature to open the mouth.
Ooh.
And there's Skulltula back here.
That's cool.
You can have it go up into the tree and then fall back down.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
There's some Deku Babas, the little Deku nut back there. Stone, fairy, a bunch of different stuff. However, the problem is that this has two versions. You can make the Ocarina of Time version, which is this one, or you can make the what's it called, Breath of the Wild version, which I did not make. And that one has the leaves are all pink and stuff like that. So when I finished making my version, and it also has a couple of extra parts to it. The Pilth with the Master Sword, Link and Zelda from Breath of the Wild, and
That is so cool.
Hetsu right here, which...
Oh, I love Hetsu.
He's got little stuff inside of his maracas, so it actually makes noises. Anyway, so when you finish making it, there are leftover bags with the pieces that you don't use on whichever version of it you decided to build.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not crazy, but like when I finished building it, and this is, mind you, it's a $300 set and 2,500 pieces, but for $300, generally the price point or the brick number you want is going to be closer to 3,000. And I was like, okay, it's Zelda. I'm sure the IP costs a little bit more for them, so I'm okay. Like, and it's Zelda. Like, I have literally, since I was a child, I had my own little like custom Link and Zelda minifigures, and like I played like the castle was the Hyrule Castle and stuff like that. I had to get this, but the right away 2,500 pieces for $300 is a little bit overpriced. But the problem is when you finish building everything, at least with the Ocarina of Time version, you have like 5 unused bags full of pieces, which I would estimate to be another like 500 unused pieces.
Oh, wow.
So these trees right here, as well as the trees on either side of this,
that's cool.
Those are not part of the build. Those I used the pieces that were left over, and I made trees and filled them out, and I made like as much as I possibly could to make up with all the extra pieces to make me feel like it was more worth it. But it was still even though I was able to customize it, like modify it in my own way and utilize those pieces, it was still disappointing to me that I had to do that. And it was not already part of the set. There wasn't already, like, if the pieces are there, I feel like I'm not sure if they call themselves like Lego engineers or anything like that. I feel like it wouldn't have been that difficult for them to figure out ways to utilize the pieces. And obviously I did, because those trees were not, I didn't just piece those together. Those were trees that like already existed in the build as part of the Breath of the Wild version. And I just saw that I had all of the pieces to make them, so I made them, and then I just added them to this build, version of the build instead. So it just, to me, that was the disappointment. Is like, in reality, I had a 2,000 piece Lego for $300, which that is a huge price discrepancy to the number of pieces,
right?
And that was just a little disappointing to me. But as a massive Zelda fan, I'm very satisfied with the way it looks. I'm even more satisfied with after I modded it a little bit. And I'm personally happy that I got it. However, anyone who thinks Lego are overpriced, this is not going to be the set to sway your opinion whatsoever. It's going to make you feel even stronger about the overpricedness.
Yeah.
And on that note, NFL dude here had asked about my interest in the Jabba sail barge, which was just publicly unveiled like a couple days ago. And the thing with Lego is like anyone who pays attention to like Lego community, you see leaks and stuff, and like there's information out there, just like with like, you know, comics and omnis and stuff. You can find stuff before they get officially announced. But Lego just dropped the official announcement for Jabba's sail barge. And I'll pull it up real quick so y'all can have the eye on it. They just dropped the official announcement like a day or two ago, and it comes out on I believe the 3rd of October. So we're like two weeks out, and it's a $500 set.
God, yeah.
So, and let me show here. I've got it right here.
Comes with something, right?
So here's
That's cool though, man.
very, very cool set. So you have the barge, and there's a little display that has Jabba. You've got all the minifigures that you would need, or most of the ones you need. I'm sure people probably have a few more they'd like to throw in there. This one, it's part of the Ultimate Collector series, so those are like the big bad sets. But of course, it has the Star Wars tax, so that means that even though it is it's $500, it's a little bit less than 4,000 pieces.
Yeah.
So again, you get that price to piece discrepancy. But yeah, you can see here it opens up, and you have little play area beneath the top of the barge. You can have all your characters and stuff. So it's a nice little display set, and it is very cool. Would I like to have it? Yeah. But I think like it's just crazy that Lego officially gave 2 weeks notice to let people like budget for a $500 set.
You know what the crazy thing is? This is going to sell out quick. They're going to drop the cash on it.
They're with the Star Wars ones, usually these will stick around a little bit, but they do eventually get retired. And I think this will be available for a little while. It might sell out at first, but come back in a couple months.
Right.
But it'll be there. But for instance, I showed on the show before the AT-AT Walker
right
Ultimate Collector version. That one is getting retired this year, and that one's like an $800 or something stupid like that.
I mean, just by the look of it and how they're photographing it, it's definitely more of a piece that you display it. It's not something like to play around with, or anything. It's definitely a display piece.
Yeah, no, and that's the Lego has definitely seen that they have a huge audience in like adult collectors and stuff. And so they have definitely shifted in that way. And you can see that both in not just the price points, but in the types of sets that they release. Because there's a lot more stuff that's like nostalgia for older people, like older audiences.
Yeah.
And so you get a lot of things based on like 80s franchises and movies, for instance, like the Transformers sets, Ghostbusters, Back to the Future, stuff like that. And those are going to be the larger, more expensive, more detailed pieces for those adult. Yeah, the Jaws set, which unfortunately I was not able to track down when it first came out. I think it's getting re-released in November. So
is that the one with Bruce?
Yeah, it's got the shark and the boat and everything.
Okay.
That's one that I really wanted. And that one is not as expensive at like 150. It's cheaper than all the other ones I've been showing, but like it's still an expensive set. Whereas otherwise the kids have they have sets and stuff that are more geared towards them, not as complex builds, not as many pieces. Like I've got Rivendell, which is like 5,000 pieces or something. So like little kids are not going to be doing that stuff.
Did you get Sauron, the Lord of the Rings one?
I got the big tower. Yeah.
Huge. I saw it walking by a Lego store the other day, and they had it on display in the front of the store. It is massive. Photos don't do it justice.
It's like as tall as I am.
It's really stupidly big. It's crazy.
It's not as tall as I am. It's about 3 feet tall, and I'm definitely not 3 feet. I'm short, but I'm not that short.
The problem with me is I would like to get some of these, but the problem is I have a toddler, and the minute I set it up for display, it would be flung all around the house, and pieces would be everywhere. So
she'd be sticking pieces in her mouth.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Terrible with babies and toddlers, but like also pets and stuff like cats and dogs. Like those pieces. But I can give y'all a quick. I'm just trying to get into the Lego room. No, I was trying to do it without any of the animals following me.
Wait, here's Perry Farrell admitted he's going to get help with long-standing behavioral health issues after the Jane's addiction incident.
Yeah.
I don't want to pull. Oh, this was a while ago. I don't want to pull us out of Legoland because that's what we're into. But I'll go back and address that because I'm interested in Jane's addiction. So go ahead. Let's see the tour that we definitely want to see because I know I do.
Here, I'll do a quickie. Yeah, there's Baradur, and there's the Avengers Quinjet just randomly. Have a better spot to put it. On the other side, I've got the Avengers Tower, the Daily.
The Avengers Tower looks boss.
The Avengers Tower is awesome. How much is the Avengers Tower?
500.
Okay.
And that one, I had a bunch of like Amazon credit and stuff, so I actually only paid like half.
Okay.
Sanctum Sanctorum, that one's super cool as well. If I could open it up and show y'all, it's really cool. And then the Daily Bugle was actually sorry, let me get a better. Oh, it's back here. Daily Bugle was the first of the newer sets that I got. I got it at Comic-Con a couple years ago. And this one's really cool because it has like all of the Spider-Man villains and stuff.
Cool.
This is a Dungeons and Dragons set, the Red Dragon. And if you were an early buyer, it came with a book for like a playable campaign.
That's so awesome.
Hulk climbing up the side. I saw the comment. Yeah, he's right there.
Oh, that is so cool.
And then, I gotta tell you, nothing makes me feel bad about my financial situations than looking at this closet and going, I could probably pay for my kids' college tuition for about a year.
There's Optimus and Bumblebee and the Butthole Tiger.
I love it.
Batcave up there and Gotham City skyline.
Oh, that's beautiful. The Gotham City skyline's awesome.
There's a whole village of medieval things, as well as Carnage on a taxi.
I thought that was the Shire.
That honestly, it could be because we've got Rivendell right here.
Okay.
And then that, like, we
wait, where's Rivendell?
Right there.
Oh, right there. Okay.
This is the house from Hocus Pocus.
Oh, cool. I used to love that movie as a kid.
There's a smaller AT-AT.
Okay.
Doesn't count. It's not the big one.
I know. My old TIE Interceptor, some TIE Fighters, Vader.
So awesome.
Most of these are older sets.
Yeah.
And then there's Bowser back there.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It was like 50% off at Target for some reason. And then there was a bunch of Sonic the Hedgehog sets in here. And then some more Sonic up there. So that's and I got hiding down here kind of behind the village. You can kind of see there's some Indiana Jones stuff.
That's so cool.
So I have the Daily Bugle. Are you saying that I should get Bleecker Street 2 and Avengers Tower so I can become like you and have a little display area just like you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, have you put together the Rusty Biscuit yet?
I haven't.
Okay.
but I one of the things that needed to be done was I'm still clearing out and selling a ton of stuff that was left over from the other house. And I finally freed up space to pull the Rusty Biscuit out. and I noticed that not only was the Daily Bugle back there, but I had forgotten that I bought an N64 Mario that has how am I going to describe this? It's like it's a TV Mario that you crank and he runs through it.
Cool. I'd like to get that. There's also an Atari set. I don't think has the TV, but you build the Atari as well as a bunch of cartridges, and there are little like miniature scenes that you make for each of the cartridges that like represent the games for those. Like I don't remember. I think one of them might be, if I'm right, then like Qbert, and you make a little thing where Qbert's jumping down, stuff like that. I'd really like to get those two. The NES one that you have and that one, and then another Mario one that I would love to get is
I said it before. Sorry.
There's a big question block set, and it has on the sides, on the top, you can flip out little pieces that are tiny dioramas of different levels from Super Mario 64. That one I thought retired, but I've seen it come back, so fingers crossed. I'll try and get on those. But if you start getting into like buying more Lego sets, definitely sign up for an account, like the free Lego account on their website, because you can get points from buying the sets from the Lego store, and you also get points for scanning in your sets. It's like $20, or not $20, 20 points per set, and then you can redeem those for coupons for money off.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that is pretty cool. People are talking in the chat. Do you have any Mega Blocks, or are those considered contraband? No, Mega Blocks are for the poors. So
I have Mega Blocks has the Pokemon license.
Oh, that's so sad.
So I do have a few, like if you go to Target and stuff, like they have little Pokeballs that you can buy that have little bitty buildable Pokemon.
Yeah, no. When I was growing up, Mega Blocks were given to the poor kids. It's kind of like when the kids showed up with Rose Art crayons at school instead of Crayola. You knew, are you okay, honey? Do you need some extra money?
Oh dear.
Those kids usually had free and reduced lunch. So
it's funny, like Mega Bloks has had some big licenses. Like I think they had, I was about to mention Halo that they've done, but like they've just never taken off as much as Lego did. But Lego did like almost go bankrupt before. Like the first IP that they got, the first license they got was for Star Wars, and that basically saved the entire company. And then now here they are, like elevated back to a huge level. Marvel Bab's trying to follow you, Jess, but that is correct. It is retiring soon, and that is why I bought that when I did, because I didn't want to get caught with my pants down, so to speak.
It is kind of fascinating to see the rise of Lego in the last few years, especially especially with us millennials, where we've kind of got a little bit of disposable income. So it seems like Lego in general has started to shift their focus a little bit more towards us, the older ones that have that disposable income, and have started creating a lot more of these premium sets.
It is about 50-50. When I go to the stores, usually you'll see like the aisles at most Targets, one side will be adult sets and one side will be the younger sets. But even then, some of the younger sets, like they still do a bunch of Star Wars stuff that are really cool. They do the Sonic the Hedgehog sets. To answer this, that TIE Interceptor is the original Lego that came out. God, it was probably the very early 2000s when it was released, but that is the first Interceptor that they did like that.
I feel like it was a while ago, before you got the job you had now, was there a Lego store you were thinking about working in?
A friend of mine who I was working with a few times, like she got me some gigs in like TV and film production.
Yeah.
She called me up one day and was like, "Hey, do you want to be like part of this Lego store that a friend of mine is opening up. And I was like, yeah, I don't have anything else going on. And that was supposed to start up back in like May.
Yeah.
And it never opened. So I don't know what's going on with that. Like why, I don't know the particulars, but as far as I'm aware, it never happened. And now she has a long-term, like a movie job that she's working. So even if it did open, she wouldn't be able to dedicate the time to it. And I was supposed to be like the assistant manager or something like that. But the job I have now is a lot better, and I don't have to go into a store and deal with kids wanting to buy Legos. So that's cool.
I was just wondering if there are throughout, because I merely dabble in Lego. I mean, I only built the Batmobile so far. I haven't tackled anything serious. Are there big Lego stores in the US? I know there probably are in Europe. I don't know.
There's like the Lego store, and most malls will have a Lego store. But then there are like non-official, like non-Lego owned Lego stores, and that's one of the ones that this guy was doing. It's a chain called Bricks and Minifigures, or Bricks and Minifigs, and they sell Lego product, but they also like not just new stuff. They will buy and resell old sets.
Cool.
And they sell like individual bricks so you can like get whatever you need. Maybe you're missing pieces for a set, or maybe you have your own mock, like my own creation type thing going on, and you need specific bricks, then you can go in there. You can order those online too, but it's fun to go into the store and do that. But the Lego store in New York City is one of the big ones, and of course there's Legoland, and the Legoland has their own huge store as well as a ton of interesting builds and stuff like that.
How much is, and I'm not saying I'm going to do this, I'm just asking for informational purposes, how much is the Sanctum Sanctorum?
It is, I think, a $300 set.
Ooh. Christmas is coming.
Yeah.
Christmas is coming.
Uh-huh.
Let me double check.
Tax season right around the corner. Christmas around the corner. You know?
Is this the official one? This looks, I can't tell. There's like off-brand people, and I'm not talking about like Mega Bloks. I mean like real off-brand. That sell like the jankiest looking shit.
Mega Bloks are the GoBots of the Lego world. Okay. If you had Transformers, you were the shit. If you had GoBots as a kid, you just felt sorry for that poor kid.
There's one on Amazon, but I think it's from a third-party seller for $269.99.
Yeah, we used to make fun of those kids that had GoBots. We're like, no, you can't play with us. You have GoBots.
Were they the brokies?
They were the poor kids. Yes, they had Rose Art crayons. They could not play with us as kids.
That's funny.
I was wrong. Sanctum is, unless it's discounted right now, it is $250.
Oh,
wait,
what? Jess,
right, free for Lego.
Jess,
yeah, $250, and it's now. Remember what I said about pieces before? For $300, you'd want about 3,000 pieces. Yeah. This is $250, and it's 2,700 pieces. So it falls within that metric of what I consider to be a well-priced Lego.
Right. Okay. Okay.
You can go with one less X-Men Omnibus.
And if you order right now, if you order now, don't wait, there's more.
This is like late night TV now.
It includes 2 gifts with purchase. With a purchase of $90 and over, you get Lego Friends River Camping Adventure, as well as Batman 1992 minifig with a little gargoyle that he stands on.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
That's pretty cool.
I think that the Jabba's sailing barge, doesn't that come with a gift of like a lightsaber?
Yes, that you are correct.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what Riley was sounding to me like, Rising.
Oh, this is great.
He's
not
awesome.
showing on the website. It doesn't show it, but I did read via Twitter that you get Luke's lightsaber hilt. It's like 150 piece build that they throw in for free.
Yeah, let's see. Geo put that in. Here it is. Or maybe it was Tyler Chu that put it in a collecting.
That's badass, Jess.
Yeah, that comes with the
barge.
sail barge, which I would not get.
Oh, you can get the sail barge.
I'm not getting the sail barge.
Come on.
Just as crazy as Riley is. What's going on here?
I would love, but here's the problem. And every single one of y'all watching knows exactly what the problem is. If I get one, I have to get the whole line.
Yep, that's true.
So it's not just $500.
Yep.
It's thousands of dollars in the toilet.
Yes.
I got Riverdale. Riverdale. I got Riverdale. Riverdale. It's got Archie, Jughead, Betty, Veronica. Anyway, I got Rivendell, and then like literally within the next week, I saw talk about Barad-dûr, and I was like, "Well, I have no choice. I have to get it. It's happening." So if I got the sail barge, then I would also therefore be at the very least getting the UCS, the Ultimate Collector Series sets. I would be having to get the Millennium Falcon. I would need to get the AT-AT, and both of those are like about $800. And then I would have to get, I think they did God, it was someone probably knows, but they did another ship as one of the previous ones. So I would be committing myself to getting at least all of the UCS stuff. But once I get the UCS sets, then I would be like, but I can also get this, this, and this. And it just keeps going. And it's terrible. But as far as what the next one that I want to buy, I think the set for October that I'm the most committed to is the Batman 1966 Batmobile.
Ooh.
Which I realized I can also FOMO Jess into that one.
Oh yeah, I built the miniature version of that with the Minister Comics.
Let me tell you, man, get it now before you have any kids, because once that happens, that's all out the window. And I say that lovingly because I love my girls, but I look at her and then I look at all the stuff I could have and I go,
okay. Let's see. Where's the button I'm looking for? Sorry.
It's all right.
Present, share screen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Share.
Ooh.
Oh my God, Jess. It's only $150.
Only $150. Let's check the pieces. 1,800 plus pieces. That's a good deal.
That's a good deal.
They could have charged $200 if they wanted. I'm just going to put that out there. The box, classic TV series, Batmobile.
I like the box as much as I like the Batmobile itself. Both of those together, sharp looking.
Logo.
I'd run into the same problem though. Half of it would be inside the sink, and the other half would be in front of the TV by the time I'd get home the day after I build it.
Yeah, you could get it and sock it away for 4 years.
I might have to.
And then you build it with her.
Yeah.
Oh boy, this is really good looking.
See, this I could see you dropping 150 on, Jess.
Let me see that picture of the person holding it again, so I get a scale. Okay, scale there. Okay,
that could be you.
Big.
That could be you, Jess.
It does also come with one like Adam West flavored Batman minifigure.
Flavored.
I think it's the right word.
That's good.
That works. Yeah, that works.
So it does come with that minifigure as well, although the minifigure is not in scale to fit in the Batmobile. But I mean, fuck it. The Batmobile looks dope as shit.
Yeah. I can see why you want this.
So many Lego.
Wait, yeah, that doesn't make sense.
What?
You're right. The scale, like you would think they'd make him bigger.
The minifigure.
Yeah.
They do have what they call a constructor figures or something like that, where it's basically like a Lego Technic type of looking thing.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't really deal with that stuff. And I was going to say, like, a lot of Lego collectors get really, really hung up on minifigures. And if you watch like Lego YouTubers, because there's a ton of them, they'll talk about the new sets coming out and they'll be like one guy was like, oh, this new Batman 66 Batmobile looks fantastic. However, it only has one minifigure for $150. And I'm like, dude, who fucking cares about the minifigure? It's a Batmobile. And so like people with like Rivendell and Barad-dûr, they're like, oh, they should have included this minifigure and this minifigure. And I'm like, I don't care about the minifigures. I want to build a fucking tower with an eye on top of it. That's what I care about.
Yeah.
So, like, that's just me. Like, minifigures are for me now. I know that I said earlier that when I was a kid, I had like custom Zelda and Link. When I was a kid, hell yeah. Now I buy it for the build. I'm not buying it for the minifigure. The only minifigures that I actually legitimately want to buy are they made a whole new set for D&D of like collectible minifigures, and I want those because I can use those minifigures in my campaigns. So it has a double use.
Utilitarian.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All about utility.
Okay.
I think, dude, we should just both get that and build it together.
Oh, that's
like on a live stream or just on FaceTime?
Either way, if you want to like just call me up and.
Oh, that's awesome.
No, but we could do a live stream. We could do whatever, like just having fun, building some Legos.
Building the Batmobile?
Yeah.
I think Riley's reaching out to me, Lou, and I think it would be a bad thing for his psyche to turn him down on this. I mean, it's a bonding opportunity. He's looking for it. I mean,
I'm looking for a father figure, Jess. My father never built Legos with me when I was growing up.
You need an internet son.
Oh Lord! I just had this image of Riley playing catch with you in the backyard or something. Go along, son. Oh goodness!
No, I think that would be really fun with people saying like, we want to get Jess to buy another set. I think that the Batman 66 would be a really good one. It's a nice set. It's well priced and it's not huge. Like it's under 2,000 pieces. So it's not the biggest thing. I'm not going to try to compete because I will build faster than you, but
yeah.
I will be done by the time you're like.
By the time I open the box and get the packages set up, you'll be like, "Boop, here it is."
A lot of people have found, and that's another thing. A lot of people have seemingly found comfort and have found it relaxing just playing some really light music and actually building Lego sets as just an escape for a while.
We usually will. I do a lot of. I watch a lot of movies and TV while building now. Like,
okay, cool.
That's what we wind up doing. And so that's one of the reasons that sometimes I fall behind on my reading, is because it's like I can build and watch something at the same time, or I can read. So I'm like, I am very much a multitasker.
Yeah, I am too, except when it comes to reading. I can't do it. For whatever reason, for me, reading, I multitask everything. My wife says you are the king of multitasking. But reading is something that I just need it quiet and I need to be focused and zeroed in. I know, Jess, you listen to music while reading.
Without lyrics, yeah. Ambient music, soundtracks and stuff.
I can't even do that. I need it quiet in order for me to read.
I understand that. Yeah. If I have something that I really need to concentrate on, I just need it quiet.
Yeah.
I want to make sure to highlight real quick. Kenny shared that he hasn't been around because he just lost his uncle recently.
Oh,
so
I'm sorry, Kenny.
We do want to express some
yeah, we're sorry
to Kenny. That's really terrible. I hope you're dealing with that really well. And
I'm sorry, man.
We appreciate you being here whenever you can, and hanging out with us. So take the break that you need, but appreciate you sharing that with us.
Yeah, sorry to hear that, man. It's tough. It's always tough when you lose family.
Well, after treating herself to salmon and vegetables, Kane wants to get to the real question. How far are you Osmirlo?
I am halfway through the third book of Mistborn. So that means, yeah, I'm halfway through the third book of Mistborn. So I'm almost done with the first era. And that'll kind of be my stopping point for Mistborn. And I'm going to jump into some other one-off books before December, before the big book releases in December. And and I close out the year of Sanderson with pretty much that. So it's been a hell of a journey. It's been fun. It's been fun. I'm gonna eventually get through the rest of his catalog. But really, I think after I finish book 5 in December through January, I'm gonna take a little break and I might read something else. I've been really wanting to read Shogun.
Sorry,
just because of the FX series. I've been really wanting to dive into that book, so I might read that and then jump back into some Sanderson stuff after that.
I was supposed to have a year of Gundam. I even got a Gundam hat, and I've watched like maybe a few episodes of Gundam this year. But I read some Gundam manga, so I haven't done like zero. I just like I mentioned it before that I started and I was gonna watch the movies, the ones that you were sharing with us that were on 4K.
Yeah.
But I was trying to watch while working on something, and they're not dubbed. And I don't know Japanese, so
wait, those aren't subtitled? Oh, the movies that I showed you?
They're subtitled, but they don't have English dub voices and stuff. So I couldn't go forth with my plan as I wanted to, and then I kind of just spiraled out of control doing other stuff. So hopefully 2025 will be a better year for Gundam for me, but we'll see.
Have you seen those movies before? Are they worth me picking up?
I haven't watched them before. I've only watched a little bit, but I think that if you want to enter into Gundam from the ground floor, that's going to be a good way to do it, because the 3 movies make up the entirety of the original series, kind of like trimming away the fat and stuff like that. Other than that, I feel like if you want to do UC Gundam, and this is speaking of someone that hasn't delved in myself, just I've looked into a lot of people talking about how to get into it. If you want to do UC, which is the main timeline, you can start with the movies, you can start with the original series, or you could also go back to Gundam The Origin, which would be like prequel material that came out much later. Right. That's another option that you have. My first foray was, aside from like random stuff I watched as a kid and like episodes of G Gundam, which is stupidly great.
I love G Gundam. Oh my god.
This manga, The Men Who Created Gundam, this thick boy right here, it's so Denpa published this a couple years ago, and it's just a single volume that literally is a kind of dramatization about the creation of the Gundam franchise, about like the guys who made it.
Cool.
So if you're interested in, like, personally, like, I read this and that was one of the big things that made me be like, okay, now I have like a background understanding about where Gundam came from, what Gundam really like is, and like what they wanted when what they were going for as they created it. Let's go ahead and get into it. So I do recommend this. And honestly, like, the other Gundam manga that I've read is I've been reading also from Denpa, Char's Counterattack. This is like a kind of a expanded alternate telling of the movie of the same name. And even though I don't really know everything that's going on, because it's a movie that takes place, I think, after 2 or 3 series, it is really good with fantastic artwork.
Next Imaginaut's asking you, Riley, if you're going to see any of the theatrical screenings that are coming up of Gundam.
That would certainly be a good way to make myself do it. Or which ones are coming out though? If it's like the OG, then I might be able to is it the new movies? Here's Bleeding Cool talking about, okay, the OG ones. That would be a good way to do it if I can find a screening. I just did the Dandadan screening the other day, as well as a screening of the Concierge. Both of those were a lot of fun, so I could probably do that. And then it would, if I have the time to do it, because October might be busy for me, I could do these, and that would be a really easy way to make myself pay attention. Cool. Yeah.
Okay, a lot of Gundam fans here, a lot of Lego fans. Lou, nice. I'm near the end of part 3 in SA4. I just got to the chapter Kaladin the Pursuer. They're talking about with Kaladin trying to stop the Lady of Wishes pain. That's who I dated before upper management. The Lady of Wishes / and she grew up them all right.
Wait till you get closer to the end of that book. I don't want to ruin anything for you, but if you thought there's a character named Moash, and if you hated Moash before, just wait.
You're talking to Kane right now.
I'm talking to Kane right now. Just wait. Just wait. But yeah, you're gonna hate him a lot more. And by the end of that book, you will despise that character.
Okay. So
want to get the Zelda Lego off the floor before I tripped on something.
There is no pain greater in the world than stepping on a Lego.
100%.
That is,
yep.
That is incredibly painful. I'm looking forward for my daughter to come through with that. Come to that starting terrible realization one day. Because it's gonna happen.
The Lego.
Yeah, she'll step on a Lego at some point. Because God bless her. I love my 1.5-year-old, but my 1.5-year-old does not care about safety, and is just a fireball of energy all over our house. We cannot keep her. We cannot just keep her still at all. She's just that kind of kid. So I told my wife, we're gonna have to figure something out in a year or two and put her in some sports or something like that, because she's got to burn off that stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's gonna drive us crazy.
Let's see. Oh yeah, I have a feeling Moash is going to do something horrible based on his conversation with Odium. Odium, I already can tell is a bad person just based on Odium.
It gets worse. It gets way worse. It gets very much worse. Oh Lord.
So my question, let's get back to the important thing. Batmobile 66.
Yeah.
But if you finish it faster than I do, how is that a buddy build? Like you'll finish it off in like 24 hours, and in 24 hours I'll have just opened it.
24 hours? That's like a few hours.
Okay. So
okay, so build time wise, what are we looking at here for something like Mordor? A normal person, i.e. me, or Jess, we're talking about a month.
Yeah, I would only be able to devote like an hour a day to it. I can't just sit down and crank it out in 3 hours.
That's what I do, is like we just sit down and just do it. And sometimes it does take a few days, but for like Rivendell, we did that over the course of a weekend. But it's 2 people tackling that one, because a lot of the bigger sets have multiple instruction books to build multiple parts of it, and then you fit everything together at the end. So that one and Barad-dûr were like really big ones, and so between those, I think each was like a kind of a weekend deal. I would say 12 to 16 total hours of 2 people building at once for each of those. So something like the Batmobile, it's not only is it a smaller set, but I feel like it's a much more focused build. So it's not like a bunch of pieces coming together to make like a big scene. So I feel like something like that should take maybe 4 to 6 hours total.
I'm losing my internet Lego son already. Just when we were bonding, I'm losing him right in front of me.
We can put on that could, you know,
he'll go out for ice cream.
That could be one of the we can go get haircuts.
Go to candy
that could be one of the Sunday streams. Because we can do stuff on Sunday on Patreon streams that we can't do for YouTube. Like we could watch a movie and not get in trouble.
It's true.
So we could have Batman, like the Batman 66 movie playing, or like episodes of the show.
Oh my god, I love this.
Oh, we're building the Batmobile?
Yeah.
Okay, now you've got me back in. Okay.
Is there a 4K Batman 66? Damn it, there's not a 4K of Batman 66 out yet.
Dang, not even the movie? That's not cool.
I'm disappointed. Would have thought that would have been on.
Where do you even is it streaming on like Max? Batman 66?
Yeah.
Hulu or something?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's somewhere.
Stream it. Or if you wanted to buy the Batman 66 Omnibus, you know where you could pick that up from.
As a matter of fact, it got released, I think, again this week, didn't we?
Yeah, I don't know about it was this week or coming up, but I know that it's getting a reprint or just got one. And our sponsor, InStockTrades.com, is the perfect place to pick up your copy of Batman 66 Omnibus, as well as many other books at fantastic prices. Fantastic shipping, free shipping within the US at $50 or more, and loyalty discount that will save you an extra 2% if you make your next order within the next 8 days, as well as fantastic customer service. How can you miss with InStockTrades.com?
Like a true professional right there, folks.
Nicely done.
Very well done. Wow, I'm impressed.
I am too.
Jesus.
We get a lot of good practice on the manga show. Like Gio and I always
okay
to segue really well.
I just found out there's a Batman 66 pinball machine, Jess.
Oh.
Come on.
Don't have room in this house.
Come on.
The other house, I could have fit another pinball machine in that basement, but not in this house.
Do you still have the pinball machine yet?
No, that was the very first thing that sold in the estate sale.
Oh, Jess.
Oh, yeah. Hey, don't. Yeah, I love that Star Trek machine. It was awesome.
Hopefully you got a good return on that.
Oh, we did. Yeah.
Nice.
Interestingly, that is a market, a collector market that is currently very hot. The pinball market. Yeah.
Really?
I'm surprised at that. Yeah. We had somebody contact us like a week before the estate sale. They had seen it at, I think it's estatesale.net, and they, or whatever it was that our person put it up in. And they contacted us and they came to get it. They offered us more than I thought we would get, which makes me think had I waited, I might have even gotten more, but I thought, this is money. This is cash in hand. We didn't have to deal with anything. But he said that it is extremely hot right now. It's hard to find quality. Brand new ones are very expensive, and old ones that are refurbished and brought up to date, with bumpers that are taken care of and stoppers and stuff, that they can be expensive and hard to find too.
Oh, wow. Is it a thing where is a machine with original parts worth more than a machine that has had some of the parts replaced? Does that make sense?
That's a good question. That does make sense, but even my machine, which we used a lot, things broke in it eventually. So, some of the targets broke off. I had some crazy scores like 500 million where I was playing one ball for 6 hours and the motherboard fried and I had to have it replaced, which reset the whole damn thing. And I was I know. I didn't even take a picture of it. I think it's hard to get any kind of I think people would rather they work properly than have original parts. So that was one thing before before we sold it, I made sure that there was still our pinball repairman was still in business, and he came and fixed everything up completely. So he replaced some parts. So I think collectors want it to just work. I would think.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I've always dreamed of having a big enough space where I could have a pinball machine somewhere, just because I love pinball. But it's just not feasible for a lot of people, and for us right now, it definitely is not feasible. Wasn't there was a comic a few years ago that went into the history of pinball, or a book or something like that, where
Oh yeah, I think
pinball,
Gio knows about that one. Yeah.
yeah, there was a point in time, I think pinball was almost about to be outlawed or something like that, because they considered it gambling or something along those lines. But somebody showed up at the Supreme Court or something like that and demonstrated no, that there is skill in
Well,
pinball.
they used to, it used to be, I don't know the Supreme Court part of that, but I know that the original tables, I think, were more flat, and you could get a magnet and move the ball around to do what you wanted, and that was a way that cheating could happen back when they were first, maybe back in the 40s or something, the 50s.
Yeah.
I think they're older than that, but I mean these games, because it goes further back than that. But I think that's when gambling got involved and cheating got involved, and so that's when they had to, like, I think that took the design from flat to the tilted thing, and then they made it, they made the tilt function much more sensitive, so you couldn't knock the ball around as hard as you could.
Yeah.
So I know that part of it. I don't know about, that's interesting about somebody demonstrating that it's skill, and not some kind of gambling luck type thing.
Pinball court case. How one perfect shot saved pinball from being illegal. Give me a second. In May of 1976 in New York City, Roger Sharp watched nervously as city council members piled into a museum courtroom. Reporters and camera operators had already begun setting up early and anticipating the proceedings ahead. Roger, a young magazine writer for GQ and New York Times, among others, did not expect this kind of attention. He knew lots of people from the bowling alley, hanging teens, and music and amusement association were depending on him, but didn't realize the whole country would be watching. Roger had been selected for this particular task not only for his knowledge and expertise, but for his legendary hand-eye coordination. He was there to prove that there was a game of skill, not chance. He was there to overturn the ban for pinball. He was there to save the game of pinball. Huh.
Wow. And here, NFL Dude, is this the book? A Graphic History of the Silver Ball.
That's it. Yeah, that's the one.
Cool. Thank you, NFL Dude. So, wow. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
On January 16th, 1920, the 18th Amendment officially went into effect, making the production, transportation, and sale of alcohol illegal in the United States. That was Prohibition era. With that act of moral legislating, gambling became the next target. Coin-operated machines, usually associated with slot machines and betting horses, came under scrutiny. Pinball machines, where their recently fitted coin mechanisms became bright and easy examples of games of chance. Politicians took to their pulpit to denounce pinball. Police raided parlors, bowling alleys, and bars that housed these machines. Politicians literally wielding hammers smashed these games to smithereens. In a public show to illustrate that they too were moral, on January 21st, 1942, Mayor Fiero LaGuardia officially banned pinball in New York City, and many other American cities soon followed. Cool.
Except for the destruction of the machines.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that whole Prohibition era where you got people like Capone and stuff like that were bootleggers and everything is pretty crazy.
And I agree with Doc Elevator. It is a skill you have to have your hips placed just right and know how to hit it, because if you do it too hard, you will tilt it. You have to keep it from dropping straight down through the flippers. You do have to be able to know how to bump it. Just shift it with your hip bone.
So there is a technique to it.
Yeah, he's right. Yeah, I had to stand up, and that's why you would stand up and sort of lean into it and move it with your like the inside part of your hip. Yeah.
Who is the Michael Jordan of pinball?
Oh, I don't know. I remember that Donkey Kong guy they made a movie about.
I remember that.
Billy somebody?
Billy Mitchell.
Billy Mitchell. Okay.
Yeah. It is the greatest. I'm falling down a rabbit hole right now, so don't
Are
mind
you
me.
asking who the Michael Jordan of pinball is?
Yes, I'm wondering who the greatest pinball player of all time is. Esker Levkov, but he's from the U.S. World's greatest pinball player. There's a Pinball Hall of Fame, Jess.
Oh my goodness! How did I not get inducted with my 500 million score on Star Trek? Damn it! So what is he known for? Like what? Any particular games, or how did he become the Michael Jordan?
I have no clue. Competitive pinball is a thing. Just ask the world's best players. Wow. Keith Elwin is apparently the LeBron James of pinball.
Keith Elwin.
I've never heard of it. Yeah.
But at least I've heard of LeBron James.
This is true.
Yeah.
Roger Daltrey is the pinball wizard.
True. Tommy.
Oh, yeah. I've always wanted one. I always wanted
Space Cadet. The one on every Microsoft computer.
I've always wanted the Terminator pinball machine where you could. It was the gun with where the ball would come in and you had the gun and it would shoot it.
Yeah.
Oh, you pulled the trigger and it would shoot the ball. That's cool.
That was the one I always wanted, man. I wanted that, and I wanted the G.I. Joe, the boat set as a kid. Never got that either.
The really big.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I never got it. Too much money and way too much fucking space. We didn't have that much space in the house.
I wanted. If we're talking about toys that we wanted and never got. I never got Megazords. My parents, when they bought me like Power Ranger toys and stuff, they got me the actual Rangers, but not the Zords. And so I was like, oh, cool. Like I have the Rangers, but I would go to my friend's house and it was the opposite. Like he had all the Zords, but no Rangers. I always have fun, like putting the Zords together into the Megazord and taking them apart and transforming them into little robots and stuff like that. So like, I that's what I always wanted. And like, even as an adult, even with like adult money, and I've bought, I have well over 10,000 books. Like I have not bought myself any Megazords.
I'm disappointed in you in that. I thought you would have.
I am too.
Disappointed in yourself for not getting them.
I got all the damn Power Ranger hardcovers that Boom released or whatever. Not a single damn Zord.
Wow. I'm kind of surprised at that, honestly.
I am too. And I think it's just like the timing, like every time they would re-release the OG Megazord toy,
yeah,
I would not like have the money to get it, or I wouldn't have the time to like find one.
Yeah.
And it never lined up. And now like just talking about it, I realized how stupid that is.
What about you, Jess? Did you ever want a toy as a kid and you didn't get it? Did you ever want the stick ball and you didn't get it? With the stick and hoop.
Oh, you jerk!
The stick and hoop. Maybe the cup with the little ball.
Extremely cheap shot. How dare you?
I apologize.
I don't. We didn't. I can't think. I didn't. I remember I wanted. No, I got that. It was a Hot Wheels.
Cool.
When I was this was 1970, so I was 11. There was a Hot Wheels track you could get where it would go around, and then a loop-de-loop thing on the track for my Hot Wheels.
Mm-hmm.
So I did get that. I'm trying to think. I feel like I did. I feel like I didn't get something, and I'm trying to think of what it was as a kid. I do remember when my mom promised me new speakers for my stereo if I got an A in algebra.
Okay.
If I brought up my grade from a C to an A in algebra my junior year in high school, and I brought it up to a B plus, and I thought she would go for that, but she said that is not an A. But I'm so close, and she says, "Sorry." So I think I'm counting that one. I did not get my new speakers for my stereo, even though I made the effort and got a B plus.
Your mom was really tough on you with that, man. She didn't accept anything less.
Can't say she was wrong. I also can't say I was surprised. I had to try though, and I actually thought she might, out of the kindness of her heart, do it for me. No, she stuck to her guns.
I feel like my parents did that as well. Like it was, if you get whatever grades, we'll get this, and I was short like the same way. It was like a point off or something. And my dad's just like, he didn't make it. And I like after that, I think the idea is like, oh, then he'll work harder to get it next time. I did not. I was just like, I worked my ass off, and then I tried my best. I didn't make the cut. I'm not trying next semester. Like, sorry.
Like that, yeah. This backfired on you, Dad. This
incentive.
Like the whole thing should be, your parents see that you really tried your hardest and you did and like if they sit there and they're like, look, you were so close, but you didn't make it, but we saw you put in the work, you were studying, you were working hard, you weren't goofing. So here. And that would motivate me to keep doing better, but instead it just like fell flat. I'm like, I'm never gonna make it.
Oh Lord! All right, guys, I'm ready to call it for tonight.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's about time for me as well. I did want to just say I did have the Green Ranger, the flute, the dagger flute, as well as the Dragon Zord. That is one Zord that I had, and it was sad because it's like I had the Dragon Zord, but not the Mega Zord.
Dude, I'm so jealous. I always wanted the Dragon Zord. I never got the Dragon Zord though.
This was true for my school as well. So to get an A, I had to get a 94, and I went to a different school from middle school to high school. So high school was where it was 94 plus is an A, and so I think that's what happened is that I made like a 91 or 92, and I was like, this would have been an A if I was still at the old school. And my dad's like, you're not at the old school.
Or if you went to school where Jess Bragg went to school.
Went to a school, and a 90 to a 93 was a B. That's a B, so weird.
B plus, 90 to 93 is
plus, yeah.
What the hell? I'd be so pissed.
Yeah.
That to get gurned on a technicality like that is not cool.
Hey, sweetie, listen to this. Some people went to school where a 90 to a 93 is a B.
B plus.
B plus.
That plus.
So you had to get a 94 to get an A. Yeah. You'd almost have to be perfect.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It really did. And like in retrospect, looking back at it at the time, I was like, I got a 90. But then you get your GPA. Like your GPA is not going to be like, that's a 4.0 anywhere else.
This is the Texas public education system.
That was the Texas private education system. But I did go to 3 different private schools, and that was the only one that did it like that.
Okay, that makes more sense.
James, I'll show Gio and Lou on Monday night. James sent me a box, and it's really cool what was in it. Actually,
it's awesome.
Riley might get into it too. It was pretty cool what he made and sent to me.
Let's save it for Monday night because it's starting to get up there for me tonight.
Yeah. Okay. All right, James. the panel has spoken. But I think that Riley, we get a charge out of it too. So I'll keep them here on my desk.
James, remind us on Monday night, and we will be more than happy. More than happy to. It's just it's starting to get a little late.
Yeah, I think it's late for us now. But James went way out of his way to make me something cool that you guys would dig. Okay, well, peace and love, insufferable Omnibus Collector. Where can they find you on the internet?
You can find me on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram at Omnibus Collector, and on Twitter as Omni Collector. I've got my videos. I'm getting back on the schedule. Thanks to James for making graphics for my videos and stuff. I brought him on board my channel.
Oh,
he's helping me so that I can start getting back to making more regular videos.
Nice.
So I told him I needed a little bit of a break between my last video and this one because work and just catching up with other stuff. And the next video I'm doing, he knows, is a really big one. So I needed a little bit of time to like not be sitting at my computer and like editing and stuff. So we'll get to that pretty soon this month. But yeah, that's where you can find me.
Okay, nice. And I think everybody knows where to find me too, and Lou. And thank you, Kenny. Thank you for being here. Good to see you. Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Chris. Good to see you in the chat. And peace and love, peace and love. We appreciate all of you for being here. And thanks to InStockTrades.com for their sponsorship. And peace and love. Thanks to everyone. Oh, whoops. Wait, I had a banner. Not a banner. Whoop. Brand. There. Okay, there it is.
Hey.
There we go.